that stretches out probably the next 10-15 years, something like that. The early settlers, when they came to Grand Rapids, you could actually hear them from miles away. It has a ton of underground tunnels and walkways through the city underneath the ground. All right, now I want to get right into how weird and how strange West Michigan can be. Now, most people think they know about Grand Rapids, you know, ArtPrize, Furniture City, Beer City. But what I want to get into in this video is the strange things that you never knew about, even locals don't know about. And by the end of this video, you're gonna get to know why Grand Rapids keeps winning awards and it's always ranked in the top places to live in America, and it's not for the reasons that you think. So in this video, we're gonna go over all the things that are weird and strange about West Michigan that even locals don't know, and it's coming up right now. But thanks for doing Sights to See. This is Live Great TV, and I am the official host of Living Great in Grand Rapids and the West Michigan area. My name is Vaughn Greathouse, and if you want to know more about the Grand Rapids area and what it's like to live, work, and have fun out here in West Michigan, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, at least give me a like. Let me know how you're liking these videos because I love putting these videos out for you. But even more than that, as a licensed real estate agent in the state of Michigan, I want to help you make that transition over to the West Michigan area nice and smooth. So my number, my email, they're coming on the screen right now. Yes, that's my direct contact info. I'm the one who answers those calls and messages. So with that being said, let's talk about how strange Michigan is. Okay, so I want to talk about the topics that we're going to go over in this video, and those are going to be the underground rapids, the medical mile revolution, the hidden food scene, the education hub, the art scene, and the Four Seasons secrets. Okay, so first we want to talk about the underground rapids in Grand Rapids. Now, it's called Grand Rapids for a reason. You gotta have the rapids in Grand Rapids. So we have the river, which is the Grand River that runs directly through downtown, all the way through the city. It goes pretty far, and actually right now they're actually doing a renovation to connect the Grand River to Lake Michigan. So there's a huge project going on right now where a lot of developers and things like that are actually looking to connect the Grand River to Lake Michigan and all other sorts of lake, just to kind of make it all go into Lake Michigan, which is a really huge project that stretches out probably the next 10-15 years, something like that. Now, in regard to the rapids and knowing more about those, the original rapids were about 18 feet tall. Now, that's one of the main reasons for them naming it Grand Rapids, because the rapids were so big. And when they restored the city, it actually made the rapids a lot smaller. So now they're doing a huge renovation in order to get the rapids back, restore the downtown, and have it as a whitewater destination so people can actually come see the rapids and get to enjoy what this city actually is named on. Fun fact is that the early settlers, when they came to Grand Rapids, you could actually hear them from miles away. Another thing about Grand Rapids is that it has a ton of underground tunnels and walkways through the city underneath the ground. So back in the day, I used to work at Amway, and Amway, they have tunnels going all through down in the basement because they would have big banquets and things like that, where a lot of the workers would, you know, travel from one side to the other just to keep a very pretty presentation for the people that were coming into town. And it's a really big deal. So that's one fun fact that you as a local may not even know. All right, now let's get into the medical mile revolution. All right, now the medical mile runs downtown. It runs up Michigan Street and it goes to Bridge Street. And there's a dividing line, which is Monroe Road or Monroe Center, that splits Michigan Avenue down, and going backwards is Bridge Street, where you're going more to the west side. And so it sits on a hill. The hospital actually sits on a hill, and the reason for that is going to be that they wanted to have it highly elevated so that way when there were helicopter emergencies, it was an easy transition and they could get the patients even faster into the hospital. So as you look downtown, you see Medical Mile, you'll usually see DeVos Hospital way at the top of the hill. And that is really good reason. Now, a cool fact about the Medical Mile and where it's Corewell Health now is that Grand Rapids has the most amount of researchers of any US city in the United States. So that's a really great thing, knowing that we have some of the best medical researchers in Grand Rapids. And a while back, I got really sick. So there was a point in time where I wasn't putting out as many videos. and I got really sick. And so some of the researchers found out what was happening with me, and they were able to find it spot on, and I'm just grateful to be here. So knowing that they have a great medical scene, I can tell you firsthand that is one of the best. The people treat you nicely, and it's just an awesome experience knowing that you're going to be well taken care of when you're going through in the hospitals and having good medical. One thing I can't forget to mention is near Medical Mile, a lot of the doctors come to and from the area, and one thing that they always look forward to is walking to work. And the closest living area and closest neighborhood is going to be the historic district, which is Heritage Hill. And a lot of doctors will rent there, they'll buy there, they'll live there, just because it's so close to the Medical Mile and they can walk to work, or it's a really easy commute for them to get back and forth to work at any given time. And a great thing about the Medical Mile and Corewell Health is that many major medical industries rival Grand Rapids. They look at Grand Rapids as one of the top competitors in the medical field. So if you're looking for a great place that has great medical facilities and hospitality, look no further than Grand Rapids Medical Mile. All right, now let's talk about the hidden food scene in Grand Rapids. Now, the great thing about Grand Rapids is it's a very organic type of place, like very positive as far as just getting direct to farm to table, or not having many additives in the food, and restaurants that really stand for that. And the cool thing about it is that Grand Rapids has more farm to table restaurants per capita than Chicago. So that's a really cool thing about Grand Rapids, that we really take pride in healthy living and healthy lifestyles, and knowing that even when you go out to eat a night on the town, you're going to be able to easily find restaurants that will find farm to table cultures and farm to table just environment, to know that the food that you have hasn't really had additives or hasn't been tampered with, because that's a really big thing. It's a really big topic for a lot of people nowadays. Some people care, some people don't, and it's different strokes for different folks. But if that's something that you're into, knowing that Grand Rapids has that, and a lot of them are scratch kitchens, so you can get food made just the way that you like it, and they're happy to do so. And one great thing about that is that we have some of the best soil in the United States. I've been in other states, the soil is brown, or it's like a sandy color, but here we have pretty much black soil everywhere, and it's like almost like it's glacier effect with the snow. I've only seen it in the state of Michigan where it's this dark and is this potent to get the best vegetables, the best fruit, and people take a lot of pride in that, especially when you're headed up north in Michigan. Now, a great thing about the food scene here is that GRCC, which is Grand Rapids Community College, has secret chef programs where they train some of the best chefs in the world, in the United States. A lot of people go to GRCC for their chef's program. I even have some relatives that have went there. Shout out to Trammell, Chef Trammell. He's one of the best chefs out in the West Michigan area, and they actually take a lot of pride in what they do. So they have a certain demeanor, a certain stature to how they present their food, and it's a great scene for people who are considering getting a great meal out in the West Michigan area. Now, I've put together a PDF guide to show you exactly what those specifics are. So if you're interested in moving to the area or just coming to visit, you're gonna get a good dose of what that transition is like coming to the West Michigan area. Now, another thing is the hidden gem restaurants that you'll find out here. One of my favorite places to eat in Grand Rapids is gonna be the Commons, which you would pass a million times and never know where it is, which is right off of Cherry Street. It's inside of another condo building, kind of at the bottom of a condo building. And another is Angiamo's, which is another place that has great food. It was an old home that was turned into a restaurant, and it's absolutely stunning. So if you're considering places where you want plenty of surprises, plenty of new adventures right in the heart of the city, and I bet some of you locals didn't even know that Grand Rapids has an awesome, awesome food scene. All right, let's talk about the education out here in Grand Rapids. Now, with Grand Rapids being known for beer city, furniture city, we also have Grand Valley State University, which is a prominent college right downtown Grand Rapids, and it spreads over into the Standale, Allendale area, and a lot of students come from there. Now, a lot of companies will recruit from GVSU to find some of the best candidates in their industry. We're talking tech, we're talking medical. A lot of medical students that come from Grand Valley will go right over to DeVos and to Cornwall to be among some of the most elite of the people in the industry. So knowing that, having that backing, and knowing that Grand Valley is a great college for you, I couldn't speak more highly of it. There's Michigan State down here, Western Michigan, Aquinas College, GRCC. There's so many great colleges, Davenport University. There's a lot of great colleges that you can actually get into. So education is something that we take a lot of pride in West Michigan, having that resource, having the facilities, and having the wherewithal to reach out and become bigger than just a small city or the second largest city in Michigan. Not to forget to mention, there are secret scholarship programs that Grand Rapids offers at GVSU and some of these other colleges. So if you're looking on Google for really great scholarships, make sure you keep Grand Rapids in mind, because they really love to put their money where their mouth is, and they love to pour back into the students who help the city grow and become a better place to live. And a cool thing about the education scene is that Grand Rapids has more college students than Boston per capita. For the size, we have a lot of students, so education is just a part of our culture, and the competition among each other is great because we continue to make each other better in order to get a better lifestyle, way of living, and it's something that we really, really love. All right, let's talk about that Grand Rapids art scene. Now, ArtPrize is a really big deal when it comes to being in Grand Rapids, being a Grand Rapids native, or just in West Michigan in general, because people love to take the time and really admire some of the artists that are out here. And Grand Rapids has more working artists than any other similar size city in the United States. So we have a lot of people who take pride in art. We have Avenue of the Arts, which is a historical portion of Grand Rapids where artists year over year have found ways to present their art in different ways, and we really admire the people who have done it before us and begin to innovate and begin to make things a lot better year over year, whether it's portraits, dance art, paintings, any type of art, music. These are things that Grand Rapids takes a lot of pride in, that a lot of people really resonate with. Either you just admire art or you're an artist yourself, you're more than welcome here, because we love to see all aspects of living, and we really want to help you become your best self as you express yourself through your art. Now, artists from all over the world, and even international artists, come to GR for ArtPrize, and they end up staying. A lot of them say, you know what, this is a great culture, this is a great place to live, this is a simple lifestyle that I want, and I can actually have people who admire my art be right in front of me and look forward to ArtPrize every year and being a part of the cultivating that culture and making sure that I'm making my stamp and my mark on the world through Grand Rapids. And not only that, with Grand Rapids being such an art town, we have Furniture City, where a lot of the artists and the furniture business people collaborate quite often to make some of the best furniture. We have Herman Miller, we have like Howard Miller, Steelcase, Hayworth. These are all great companies that actually admire the artists that are in Grand Rapids and help them to become some of the best in the world because of the way that they choose to do their art. All right, now let's talk about the Four Seasons. This is something you probably already know about Grand Rapids, but it's something that we really, really love. Now, in the wintertime, we get a lot of snow. In the summertime, it still gets hot. In the springtime, we get plenty of rain, and in the fall, we have the beautiful colors. So if you're looking for that well-rounded lifestyle, if it's super hot where you are or it's freezing cold where you are, you really get a good essence of what the Four Seasons brings. And it's one of the best well-rounded areas. It's not too hot, it doesn't rain all the time. One thing I will say is that we do get gray skies quite often, but it's not a real deterrent from living here, from your day to day. Some people love the gray skies, some people want that. But at the same time, knowing that you have something to look forward to every season, you get to enjoy every season of the year in its essence, in its true essence, and the people who know how to position their lifestyle around those things, you always have things to do, because it's fall, we do this. Summer, we do this. Winter, we do these things. And we really get to live life to the fullest based on all of those seasons. Those are the weird and strange things about West Michigan that you didn't know, even if you're a local. So with that being said, that's the video. Again, for things to do and sights to see, this is Live Great TV, and I am the official host of Living Great in Grand Rapids. and the West Michigan area. My name is Vaughn Greathouse, and if you want to know more about the Grand Rapids area, what it's like to live, work, and have fun out here in West Michigan, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, at least hit the like button so you won't miss out on all my videos that I put out each and every week, because I love doing these videos for you. But I'm a licensed real estate agent here in the state of Michigan, and I want to help you make that transition over to the West Michigan area nice and smooth. So my number, my email is coming on the screen right now. That's my direct contact info. Reach out. Let me know how you love Michigan. I'm happy to help, and I really look forward to talking to you. And until next time, we will see you on the next video.